Tsunamis. The Indian Ocean tsunami on December 26, 2004. A powerful earthquake shook the ocean floor near the coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. People in nearby villages felt the earthquake. They didn't know that within minutes a massive wave known as a tsunami would flood their homes. The giant wall of moving water washed away entire towns. Within hours, the waves had pounded thousands of miles of coast in Indonesia, India, Africa, Thailand, Bangladesh, Malaysia, Maldives, Myanmar, and Singapore, among others. People around the world were stunned each day as the reported death toll increased from 20,000 to 100,000 to 226,000. We will probably never know how many people died because many bodies were buried by the mud and debris or washed out to sea. Scientists think that the death toll would have been lower if more people had known about the danger of tsunamis and how to escape them. History of tsunamis. The word tsunami is Japanese and means harbor wave. It originated with Japanese fishermen who would return to port to find their towns destroyed by unusually large ocean waves that they hadn't even noticed while out at sea. Tsunamis can be devastating when they occur. Fortunately, they are very rare. There are usually 6 major tsunamis every 100 years worldwide. In 1883, in Indonesia, the volcano Krakatoa exploded and caused a tsunami that killed 36,000 people. In 1958, a landslide in Alaska splashed into Lake Bay, creating a wave 1,720 feet high. An earthquake off the coast of Chile caused a tsunami in 1960, devastating parts of South America, Hawaii, and Japan. Causes of tsunami. Earthquakes on the ocean floor cause most tsunamis. Underwater landslides, volcanic explosions, and meteor impacts also cause tsunamis. Not every earthquake in or near the ocean causes a tsunami. It depends on the strength of the earthquake and the kind of movement that occurs in Earth's crust. An earthquake has to be at least 6.75 on the Richter scale to result in tsunami. The Indian Ocean tsunami of 2004 was caused by a mega earthquake measured 9 surface waves vs tsunami waves. Surface waves roll. Tsunamis are sometimes called tidal waves because they rush in like a high tide, but in truth they have nothing to do with tides. Tsunamis are also different from normal surface waves caused by wind. Surface waves tend to roll onto shore in a circular motion. Earthquakes occur when sections of Earth's crust suddenly slide against each other along the fault line. If an up and down shift occurs on the seafloor, all the water above the seafloor moves too, creating an enormous bulge of water, a tsunami. The tsunami moves almost invisibly in the open ocean because it is broad and very low compared to surface waves. A tsunami can move as fast as a jet plane at speeds of 200 to 500 miles per hour. Tsunamis retain their strength as they spread out over thousands of miles of ocean, like rippled in a pond. They can travel from one side of the Pacific Ocean to the other in less than a day. When the wave runs into the shallow shoreline, it grows much higher and it slows down. First, the sea recedes as the wave approached. Next, the sea flows in past the normal shoreline and gushes inland, sometimes far up rivers and streams that open to the ocean. Tsunami waves often come in sets. Observers report the first wave of the Indian Ocean tsunami was smaller than the second wave. Some people survived the first wave but did not keep running and were overwhelmed by the large second wave. Areas at risk for tsunami: low-lying coastlines in areas where earthquakes are common are most at risk for tsunamis. The Ring of Fire is a line of volcanoes stretching around the entire Pacific Ocean. Where there are volcanoes, frequent earthquakes occur with the movement of Earth's crust. Indonesia is also an area where Earth's crust moves often. Although we can't predict the exact time or location of an earthquake, we can estimate when an area of overdue for one. Warning systems: there is no practical way to protect property from tsunami devastation, but with early Warning: we can save lives when an earthquake occurs at sea. There's usually some time before the resulting tsunami reaches land. Unfortunately for the people of Banda Aceh, Indonesia, there were only a few minutes between the quake and the wave. It took about 3 or 4 hours for the tsunami to reach India and Sri Lanka. This would have been enough time to radio a message ahead. Governments and scientists are working to build warning systems for future tsunamis around the world.